So today this is your fifth session of brand project. We will develop spring summer line sheet. So in the line sheet, you will need to include your flat drawings to show some variations in terms of the colors. And we will include illustrations, and also we will include your textile design, and then your color swatches from the mood board. So to make a little bit consistent, with your cohesive layout, I will actually open the mood board and then create a new one, and then we'll use many of images from the mood board as a background, and then we include flat drawings and then illustrations. So I will actually open my mood board to start with. So I opened my mood board and I may save as, and then brand project spring summer line. Okay. Then I will actually remove many images, especially if it has, the actually ready to wear images. So I clear up some background images, but I left some images of here as a layout. And then I kept my swatches, but I moved up with my logo so I can have some space to include my illustrations and then flat drawings here. So I've moved the illustration files here, and then flat drawings here, and then colored fashion flats here too. So what I'm going to do is I will actually copy these here, and then these somewhere here. And then actually I don't need to move these to Illustrator to add colors. Instead, I will actually add colors in here with the paint bucket option. And then, we'll use some layer effect to get some background images done. So to have the guideline, I will use actually ruler to line up. So I will go to the view and then ruler, and then I will kind of put the guideline so those will be lined up. I will put this one here, and then here, and then I may actually I need to bring this up. Actually, you can select two layers together, and then V, move tool. You can move both together. And then again, I will select. Let's see which is which. Okay, this. Okay, I think I will need to make a little bit bigger. And then we'll do this. Actually, I need to rasterize layers, everything that I moved. Rasterize layer, right click, where is it? Here. And then I will, okay, so both select together, and then duplicate layers. And then I will have this here. And then let's see, this one, I will move this ruler here, down here, to get this lined up. Then this one lined up, and then this, select both together with Shift key, hold, duplicate, layer, and then I will have this come here. Okay. And then I think I may move up here a little bit. Oops. I may use my keyboard to move like that. And I will show you now how to, use paint bucket actually to put the colors on. So these are the colors that we got from the mood board, and then I will use my eyedropper, and then the color is selected here, okay, and then with paint bucket, and make sure this is foreground selected, okay, not the pattern, and then this I will actually put the colors, and then I will pick maybe green. Oops. Here. And then here. And then if you wanted to use lapel, actually let me select this orange again. Okay, and then let's see whether, oops, this is the right layer, okay? And then I will put the orange pants. The reason I'm doing this is in the line sheet is actually you communicate with your, maybe like you this information will be used when you communicate with your showroom, so you talk about, we have this line, and then in this design you have this variation, those kind of things. So this is the informational board that you communicate with your retailers or merchandisers. So I will do the same thing for my skirts too, my dress too. Oops. It's kind of pixelated because it's the Photoshop, that you work on. But if you this kind of coloring in Illustrator, you will not get the pixelated because it's the vector format. But eventually we will put everything together in Illustrator, and then we will make a portfolio. It won't really matter. Okay, so I have 2 more variations here other than this. So I try to include the black and white, no color applied flat drawing. So designers or team can see the detail better. I will do the same thing, and I will apply one more dress, showing the one more color variation in the dress design, and then I will create some background design. So I can do the duplicate layers together with Shift key here. So I copied my flat drawing without any color, and then I use paint bucket to put the pink color here. So I will actually remove this guideline here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is actually I will add some layer effect on the illustrations. So this, okay. So I will go to double click this layer, and then you can actually do the drop shadow or I'm going to actually do the color overlay, and then actually I will duplicate this layer, and then I will slightly move up, and then I will move down a little bit, and then the one in the bottom I will do the color overlay. So color overlay, as you see from here, it will look like that, and then I may reduce the opacity a little bit, and then you can actually make changes a little bit here, okay, something like that, and then hit the, so let's make sure I will use similar opacity, so 55, okay, and then 53 something for this one. And I may, so you can use drop shadow, or like me, I use the overlay. Since these should go together, you can use shift key select together, and then you can do merge layer, but it's not really necessary, but you know, it will make convenient. Oops, I think I mixed up with the, yeah, so these together, sorry, this together, you can actually merge layers. So it's up to you. And then I will do the same thing for this one. So I will duplicate layer. So top layer, I will move up, and then left, and then bottom layer, I will down, and then like this. And then double click down layers, below layers, and then do the color overlay, and then I will do opacity. I think I used the gradient, yeah, I used the gradient overlay actually. Gradient, no, I think I used color overlay, and then I'll select, and then I may reduce my opacity about 55. Actually, this is much darker. Let's see. Let's make sure. Actually, I will delete this, and then I will try again. Okay, this one. This one is color overlay that I did. I think I did. Color overlay, same thing. Okay. Okay, and then here, double click, and then color overlay, and then I can reduce the opacity about to be 55. And then I need to increase this one 100%. Yes. So I use the color overlay instead of a drop shadow, but again, it's up, you don't need to really follow mine. In terms of the layout too, again, so this line sheet is usually you will need to communicate with your showroom teams or retailers. So as long as you explain about your color variations, item variations, everything is good. And I'm going to put some logo design here. So what I'm going to do is I will, let's see whether is this, okay. So I will duplicate this one, right click, duplicate, and then I will use some filter effects. So I will make bigger, Control T, Control T as a free transform, and then enter, and then I will use some color in my color swatches. So orange and blue, brown I selected. And then I will go to the filter and then filter gallery. And I control minus to zoom in. And then, there is just some sketches option and I'm interested in this graphic design, graphic pen effect. So I will do the OK. And then I wanted to make this one is a little bit not so much vivid. So I will reduce the opacity a lot. Okay. And then I will move this one here a little bit. I think I can reduce the opacity a little bit. Yeah. So this is all my, line sheet here. Again, so it's good. You should maybe include your logo design and then color swatches here. And I even include my textile design as a motif presentation here. And then illustration and then flat drawing and then some color variations. Okay. So this is my line sheet here. And again, you don't need to follow exact my layout. Just try to be cohesive with other, board that you have created so far. And then try to make this line sheet as much very informative as much as possible. Okay? So that's all for today. And this is all for spring summer season. And we will move on to the fall winter season. Okay?